Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies in the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Hey, Sean, you guys got Mike back yesterday, even in a limited capacity, but what did you see out of him? Did you feel good about his conditioning and how he handled practice?
Yeah, I thought he moved around pretty well. We'll see again how he responds today.
Hey, Sean, this is the first noon game you guys have played this season. Is there any adjustment there?
Say it again, JD, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the first noon game this season for this team. Is there any adjustment there, any small adjustments that have to be made after playing 3 consecutive late games?
Yeah, look, I think obviously we're traveling east an hour. That shouldn't be a problem, and we just got to get on. You know, our clocks are kind of set that way relative to how we're practicing right now, so we shouldn't have a problem with that.
Hey, Sean, has there been anything just noticeable about just Alvin's demeanor these weeks? I mean, it just looks like he's having a lot of fun out there, being healthy and doing the things he does. Yeah,
look, he's playing well. I haven't noticed anything different about his demeanor than I normally see, and I'm pretty, I would say, close to the player, understand him, but he's certainly playing at a high level.
Hey, Sean, with what's going on with the Tennessee Titans, have you all had to re-emphasize some of the things about just being careful with your players?
Yeah, I think we've handled, so far, we've been doing a good job relative to all the protocols. Our numbers are good. All the information we get back from the medical experts are good. So I can't speak for what's happening in Tennessee.
Sean, were you surprised to see an outbreak, though, after such a good start to the league this season? I only asked that because in July you seemed, pretty resigned to the fact that this was probably.
Look, I think we're going to continue to have an occasional. I mean, it's inevitable, and you're just hoping to keep it to a minimum. All right, thanks, guys.
That's all the questions y'all got for him? You see what a joke of the media these guys are? That's all the questions that you got for Sean Payton. Who that? To the Black and Gold family members in the live stream, who that to y'all on this edition of the Sports Coma. Big up to the Black and Gold family members in the building. What up, fam? How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing? I know it's kind of later than what I usually accustomed to coming at y'all with, but like I said, I've been kind of staggering. I've been doing homework, helping my children with homework and doing cooking and everything else. But big ups to the family members in the live stream, man. Big ups to the family members chiming in this edition of the Sports Coma. Brian, big ups to you. Tori Shepard, big ups to you. And the rest of the family members as well. Brother Jerry, who that to you? Last Saint, who that to you as well? I see you. Tyra, who that, baby? Good to see you in the chat as well. 985 Live, who that to you? Shedrick, what up, Shedrick? Good to see you in the chat as well. Big ups to your fam. Who else we got? Elwood Green, who that? Elwood, how you doing, brother? Who that to you? Good to see you in the chat. Who else we got? Brain Pearson, who that to you? Brain, good. Big ups to you as well. And Lee, what up, Lee? Who that to you, Lee? Good to see you in the chat as well. As we open up the Sports Coma, customarily, well, we tend to open up the show during the week with interviews that you might not heard of. I don't know if you heard that one. That was from Peyton earlier today. And it was not much of nothing, less than 3 minutes. And you heard the kind of bull crap questions that the media is asking Sean Payton, nothing directed at the running game. They said, Coach, are you going to open up the running game more? Are you going to run the ball more? Or, I mean, these are toss-up questions, man. What kind of press is this? What kind of press is this, man? Ask the questions, man. Stop being scared, man. Ask the questions, man. David Jackson, who that, dog? Good to see you in the chat. Big ups to you, fam. Thank you. All right, welcome in, family. Who that to you? Till, my dog Till in the building. Who that? He says, good fight last week. My dog Till, he beat me in fantasy this past week. I almost had him, man. And, at the last minute, Till pulled away, man. Big ups to my dog Till, man. Good shot. Good fight. Good game, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what they say, cuz? It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. But big ups to you, Till. Big ups, dog. All right, fam. But it's really insane, man. Okula, what up, Okula? Good to see you in the chat, family. Big ups to you. It's good to see, man. When people are struggling, and we're dealing with the team. We looking for some looking for some answers here, man. We looking for answers. And there is no answers that's being given. It's a bunch of nonsense. You got an opportunity to get Peyton and notice nobody asked him anything after that. With all that's been going on with the team, that's the best you can do. 2 minutes in the press conference, the team underperforming woefully. And you give them a series of lucky layup shots like that. One guy asked the C19 question. Another guy had a follow-up question to 19. Some other idiot asked him about Elvin Kamara looking like he's having fun out there. Who gives a damn if he having fun? Are you having fun? Hey, I'm having fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jacob, who that to your family? Good to see you in the chat. Big ups to your fam. Who that? But the reality is, man, a lot of questions need to be answered, and the media is not answering the question. They work for the Saints. They work for the Saints. You notice that? They work for them. They won't hit them with no hard questions. They won't hit them with why you're not running the ball. Should you consider giving up the play calling to Pete Carmichael, for a change of events? None of that. None. Nada. Zilch. It's absolutely insane. But it is what it is, right? That's all right. We gonna get answers anyway. We like the Matlock of this thing. We like the Kojak around here. Matlock, Kojak, any old Perry Mason, any old detective you could think of, Monk, anybody. I mean, whoever really good detectives, that's who we are up in this thing. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. All right, 985 Live says, I'm gonna see if I can pose the question to Nick Underhill to ask him. Well, I mean, we'll see, man. But them dudes know what the question is, bro. They watch these shows. They watch these shows just like a lot of people watch these shows, man. And they know what the questions are. David Jackson, who that to your family? I see you out there in the chat. Smokeless, what up, Smokeless? Good to see you. Dog Griffin, what up, fam? I see you, bro. Good to see you in the chat. Dog Griffin, 070. Big ups, fam. Good to see you, Tori. But that's the thing, man. It's pathetic. But anyway, in this edition of the Sports Coma, man, we're gonna play some news. I got some news items I'm gonna go over with you, and we're gonna cover some stuff. And let me see what else we got for you today. I got several news items to go over with you on this shortened version. We'll go over the injury report and several other things. And like I said, we just played Sean Payton. I was thinking about playing Alex Anzalone, but what good is playing him when the media not gonna ask him why he tiptoeing through the tulips? Why he pulling up on hits? Why he not laying into the hits? What's going on with that? And Davenport got another injury. Did you see that? If you didn't, we'll go through it on this one, man. It's something else. GM Kev, what up, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Brother Jerry, who that to you, my brother? All right, man. And in this one, bro, we're going to get right into it. Please hit the like button, family. I know I'm coming at you a little later than what I usually do. But please hit the like button nonetheless. And we're going to get through this in here on this edition of the Sports Coma. And like to say, like I customarily say, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q. If you don't know, this is the Sports Coma, also known as the Great Saint Think Tank, home of the black and gold, the loudest, proudest, most intelligent family members in the black and gold nation and all of the Who That Nation. Good to see the family in this bad mamma jamma. Now let's get into it, family. We're going to jump into some of these stories here, so I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm not going to try to keep you too long. Tyrone Jones, thank you for joining us, family. Welcome to the Great Saint Think Tank, Tyrone Jones. Who that to your family? Big ups to Tyrone Jones, the newest member of the Great Saint Think Tank. Who that to you, Tyrone? Big ups to your family. And to all the great black and gold family members that are new, not my established families, much love to you. But if you're new, this is to you. Give me a shout out in the chat, and I'll give you a who that back. Also hit the subscribe button. Join the Great Saint Think Tank. That's an invitation. Come join the team. All right, family, we're going to move into some of these news items here and get them underway here. Hold on, let me share my screen with you. All right, we're going to start with this night. And of course, the name of the show starts off, it's called Kamara. Saints will get back on track and everybody will shut up. Now, of course, I named that where the Saints is going to get back on track. But the Saints won't get back on track until the Saints start running the damn ball, which everybody is scared to tell Sean Payton to his face to run the ball. They ask him questions and lay up questions about C19. One guy asked the question he gave you all know. The other guy asked him, "You think Kamara's having fun out there?" Who gives a hell? Who gives a damn? The team 1-2 and woefully underperforming, and you ask him if Alvin Kamara is having fun out there. I don't give a damn if Alvin Kamara having fun out there. You know, we're losing. We're losing. We're supposed to be undefeated right now. You know, so it's just this. They work for him. That's the thing. They work for him. Sky's not falling in New Orleans. Of course, it's not falling. It just feels that way to Saints fans. You know, it's not falling. We know the sky's not falling. We know it's not falling. The issue is the running game. It's not coming from the sky. It's coming from the ground. So is the ground rumbling? It's damn sure not, because they ain't running. After a 1-2 start following Sunday's night loss to the Packers, the question buzzing around the league is, what's the issue with the Saints team that was expected to contend for a Super Bowl? In a year with an abbreviated offseason, one would think the veteran team continuity with New Orleans would have gotten off to a hot start. Instead, Peyton's team stumbling out of the gate again. Within the building, however, players aren't fretting. And this is what When you're losing, it's easy to point the fingers, say this and say that, but we're going to get back on track and everybody will shut up, Kamara said, via Times Picayune. You know, people pointing fingers because they got the right to point fingers. You underperforming. And people got a vested interest. They got a stake in the team. So if they give a care, they're gonna say, why aren't the Saints running the ball? Why aren't the Saints doing this? Why is Sean Payton not relieved of his play calling duties? He can't balance the attack. You know and I know what's going on. Kamara said the Saints' best player through 3 weeks. He's been their best player through 3 weeks, single-handedly keeping them in Sunday's contest against Green Bay. The biggest issue surrounding the Saints, let me see if they can get it right on this one. They said it's been defense that hasn't pressured the QB. See, it's the same spiel. It's the same league-wide spiel. Nobody attacking Sean Payton's running game for the reason why the defense is tired. And then let's see if this guy addresses it, because I hadn't read this before. The biggest issue surrounding Saints have been a defense that hasn't pressured the QB consistently and have gotten burned in the secondary. I wonder why they're getting burned in the secondary. Could anybody tell me what a tired defense looks like? Does anybody ask that question? What does a tired defense look like? A tired defense looks just like what the Saints defense looked like, giving up runs on plays. When they gave up the run to Richard, who ran 10-plus yards, got the touchdown, break open the Raiders game, or getting burned, holding on to guys when guys don't usually hold, like Jackrabbit, twice in the same drive. They're tired. Why are they tired? Because the offense is one and done, 1, 2, 3 out. And they don't even say that. They're giving names and players on D. They just blame it on the defense. Giving the names of players on D has a surprising poor start as a unit. The leagues. I'm defending my goddamn defense. Listen, for all these morons out here that's talking shit about the Saints defense, they don't know what the hell they talking about. They're gonna blame this on the defense and don't even make mention that the fact that the Saints are running the ball almost 5 yards a game, but Sean Payton turns the running game off, and then forces the passing attack to compensate, and it can't because it's not in rhythm. But they're going to level the defense and say the defense is not performing. The defense is not performing because they're tired. The defense is out on the field too long. That goes to show you most of these people not watching the game, man, or either they drunk when they're watching the game. The running game has a lot to do why the defense is tired. Cam Jordan has been one of the they put it on Cam and struggled on the bus for 3 weeks, earning just 7 pressures, which puts him tied for 37 among edge defenders with at least 90 slaps played. Davenport out with injury, getting pressure off the edge has exposed the secondary, which has given up big plays, including Pro Bowl cornerback Marshawn Lattimore. Even Deion Sanders said this. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all remember Deion Sanders say you can't cover forever. If the pressure don't get to the quarterback, you can't cover the guy forever. You remember Deion Sanders said that many years ago? It's a certain period of time you have for the pressure to get to the man. You can't cover it at all. And I know the Saints defense is very good. But when they don't have rest, this is what they look like. When they're on the field too long, the pressure's going to go down. They're going to have miscues in the secondary. They're going to miss tackles. They're going to miscommunicate when you're tired, when guys are tired. All right, let's keep it going here. All right, and he mentions Davenport and Marshawn Lattimore. While the defense has been a problem with 3 weeks, Brees' struggles have been magnified with Thomas out due to injuries. Brees unwilling or unable to pull the trigger on field stretch, and then they go from blaming the Saints defense for struggling to Drew Brees not taking shots down the field. Now, this upsets me because I study film, and I show on TSC Q&A, we break down the film and show what's going on in the secondary and why he's not throwing the ball down the field. These people not even doing that, because if they did, they wouldn't put this junk in here like this, like they know what they're talking about. The reason Drew's not throwing the ball down the field exclusively in the Green Bay game is because they were playing the pass and they were covering up the passing lanes. You want them to throw a pick, then you'll really have something to bitch at them about. But the thing is, they're taking what the defense is giving them, and that's the wrong mentality. I say don't take what they give you. You take what you want. It is not their field. The field is not in their possession. The field is neutral. Even though you say it's the Superdome, which is the Saints field, if another team can come in here from God knows wherever and dominate the Saints in that building, that field belongs to whoever decides or has a desire or white-hot passion to possess it. Whoever demands the possession of the field will rule the game. They will win the game. Same with the scrimmage line. Possession of the line of scrimmage and domination of the play clock leads to wins in the pro football, in pro football, or in college football, any relevant football, that's worth anything. Possession of the ball and domination of the line of scrimmage. Taking the field and saying, this is my field and I'm going to take what I want as opposed to what you give me. That's not the mentality here. If they're playing you 5 to 10 yards in the pass scenario on defense, that's when you open up the run, in which the Saints had 6.1 yards per rush against the Packers and cut the running game off with 13 minutes left in the game. They had 15 passing plays and 1 rushing play. Did you hear what I just said? Why was not that question asked from Underhill and the rest of these guys? Why didn't they ask them, hey, coach, with the last 13 odd minutes of the game, why did you throw the ball 15 times and had 1 run in that whole summation of time? You think he'll be happy about that question? But let's keep it going, man. But they go from your defense, which is being out there on the field too long, to Drew Brees struggling throwing the ball up the field. The Saints offense playing in the phone booth. That's what this guy says, right? Then they show you the graph here and show you this chart right here of the game, which they show Drew taking shots downfield. And as you can tell, they're showing shots downfield inside of 20 yards, but they're not showing you where the defense is playing. He's taking these completions here. He had 29 completions, and each one of them was out here in the next gen stats. But notice it's all within this 20 yards because that's what they was giving them. Had the Saints committed to the run, they could have did a lot better than that. And notice the throws behind the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got 7 throws behind the line of scrimmage. Why are you throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage like that when you could power the ball up the middle? But let's keep it going. Without Thomas, there's a short-term pass into the solid gains. The Saints are over-reliant on Kamara's tackle-breaking ability. The Saints lead. He says Kamara leads the Saints in rushing 153 yards, 285 through 3 games. His 438 scrimmage yards leads the NFL. However, defending his QB's Velisarasari, I'm fine with Drew in the early season. Everybody outside this building has something to say. And quite honestly, I don't really give a damn. You hear that? You don't give a damn. He said, quite honestly, I don't give a damn. Well, I make it a point to make sure you should give a damn, Kamara. Don't get the big head because you got the paper. You better give a damn about the people who pay for your building and pay for you to be on that team. That's not Gail Benson money. That's the Saints family money that they're giving to you. That come from our support of the team over the 30 plus years that they've been down here. So quite sassy words for Kamara, man. Real sassy words for Kamara, who was quiet as a church mouse a couple of weeks ago. All of a sudden, he got the money, he got the big mouth. And we're going to monitor this kid. The good news for the Saints is that they've been here before Rocky starts, aren't anything new under Peyton, 0 times. In the past 3 years, have the Saints started 3-0, and they've won the division each time. 1 and 2 might be out of the ordinary, might be out of the ordinary, but they have one win coming against the division foe is a plus. Likewise, Brees has struggled out of the gate before and come back strong. And of course, we know Drew will bounce back. This is not about Drew, but he don't talk about the running game. Only time he talks about the running games, he talk about Elvin Kamara, man. We're not talking about the scrimmage component to this. It's another area that we need to talk about when it comes down to talking about the running attack. We're talking about the area of the running attack that eats up clock. That eats clock. Well, anyway, it just trips on me. Kamara was quiet as a church mouse a couple of weeks ago. He gets paid, and now he don't give a damn. You heard him ever say that before? We're gonna have to watch him, man. He might change. He might turn into a mini Peyton. All right, let's keep going here. Let's move on to the next news item here. The latest to contact Latoya. The latest contact Latoya Cantrell about letting the Saints fans back in the dome. Roger Goodell. Cantrell jokes she hasn't responded to Goodell's email due to being salty about the Nola no call. That's a good one. I can give up credit for that one. That's pretty good. Big ups to the mayor on that one. All right. Goodell emailed Mayor Cantrell on Wednesday evening about how he's looking forward to when the fans come to return to the new Mercedes-Benz Dome. Cantrell says Thursday, but she says she hasn't yet responded to him then using the press conference, using her press conference to get a lighthearted jab in the league regarding the infamous no call. But actually, that's not really getting back at him. That's getting back to us because, just crush him in the media. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not really hurting Goodell. Goodell 20 million rich. 20 plus million. Somebody told me what, 30 plus million? I don't know, man. But that's not really hurting him, man. That's hurting the family members that want to watch their team play. That's he ain't hurt by that at all. Shit, he happy for that. He love to see us not getting anything. Still a little salty about the flag on the play. Cantrell said, referring to the Rams cornerback Roby Coleman got away with defensive pass interference for him. You late, Mel. What about the Vikings thing? In the NFC Championship game 20, I wish we could have said how great he loved the Saints 2 years ago. Yeah. But as a serious note, Cantrell says she has remained in contact with Saints officials, and they had progressive discussions and potentially letting more fans in as the season progresses. Cantrell said during her press conference on Thursday that the team's test run, allowing 750 family members and staff at the Superdome to watch last week's game against Green Bay, went smoothly. I am told it went all very well. It's a pilot, and we will see how progress continues. Those fans all had to wear face coverings during the game, remain distance. Cantrell did note that the events in the Superdome don't fall under the guidelines for New Orleans phase 3-1 or 3-2 or 3-3 because games are considered large gatherings. Right now, the priority is on, she says, right now, that's quoted correctly. She says, right now, the priority is on the businesses that truly do impact the daily lives of our workforce, and that's what is reflected in the 3.1 through the 3.3 that has been unveiled today. The City of New Orleans announced on Thursday that some of the restrictions will be loosened beginning at 6 a.m. Saturday. Under the loosening guidelines, outdoor gatherings up to 100 people will be allowed, which is twice as many as allowed in phase 2. And there are constitutional ramifications about this as well. People right now are in the courts. I don't know if you guys know this, just to brief you, because I do keep my ear to the ground and listen to things. But there are many lawsuits that's right now suing about cities, and what they're doing is, stopping people from going out and trying to force people to wear things on their face. There are lawsuits right now suing many municipalities, saying that they're overstepping their power and their authority. So just keep that in mind, man. Just keep that in mind about all this as we move forward. Under the guidelines, it's saying this guidelines gathering up to 100 people will be allowed, which is twice as many as allowed under phase 2. But tailgating at the Dome, regardless outdoor gathering limit, is banned when fans aren't allowed at games according to previous rules released by the Saints. The next game, home game, is Monday, October the 12th against the Chargers. No official determination has been made regardless of the allowance of fans at the contest or any home games. All right, when the Saints announced that 750 members would be allowed to attend Week 3 game, they wrote in their release that they were hopeful that they can have a limited number of fans in the stands for Week 5 against the Chargers. If no fans are allowed for the contest, the next game on schedule on Sunday, October 25th, is against the Carolina Panthers. So as you can see, there is no determination. They have loosened the restrictions, but that really isn't the case. Now, of course, that's been due to the fact that she's been getting a lot of blowback from the city. A lot of blowback, because what numbers are you looking at? That becomes the question, because they don't know, they're not doctors. What they do is they go by what the doctors say, and the doctors getting their number where they're getting them from. Because it's a lot of, like I keep saying, it's a lot of stuff going on that people need to read books about, because they said this was going to happen in books that they written 25 to 30 years ago, or how this was going to play out. And I'm just telling y'all, it's just like watching a movie, a very bad one at that. So if you really want to know, there's books on it called, The Tragedy of Hope, with Carol Quigley as the author. Read one of those. There are plenty of them out there. That it runs like a game plan, straight out the books. And both sides are a party to it because of the power that it brings. So, I mean, it's if you want to know about it, go on Q with Big Q. We be dropping them facts on Q with Big Q. Patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. Link is in the description section. We get real on that about this stuff, man. We don't play with you. All right, because they too busy playing with you. Why would I need to play with you? It's time to keep it real out here, man. These people play too many games. And I keep telling y'all that the reason why that dome not open is because they want that money, the federal money. The federal money, and the governor's not releasing the federal care money to the city. They want 100% of that money before they open up that dome, because according to her own words, they don't have the money to pay the staff to work the dome. I'm just telling you, keeping it real. They want 100% of that money, and the governor has not relinquished that care money. So the dome stays closed until you do. Do you see what I'm saying? You get it now? All right, let's move it on, man. Let's move it on. 8 New Orleans Saints players were listed on Thursday injury report for week number 4 against the Detroit Lions, New Orleans Saints. And get into it. The offensive lineman, Andrews Pete, did not play. We know that Pete's ankle is out. Jared Cook did not play in 2 days straight. Wednesday or Thursday, he has a groin issue. And I'm saying that Jared Cook, to me, and it's just me. This just me. But the reality is, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think he been hurt. I think he was hurt already because he been looking slow and decrepit for like the last 2 weeks. And I don't know, man. He just been looking. Y'all tell me the same. I've been like, I coined him the Tin Man because he need the oil book up in his joints. When the Tin Man started crying, he rusted himself up. So they had to get the old school oil can and go book up in his joints. He looked real slow and decrepit and Methuselah-like, man. I mean, really, seriously, man, over the last couple of weeks. And I was like, I don't know if he's hurt or not, but he's out with a groin for the last couple of days, so we'll see. Janoris says the shoulder. He's dealing with a shoulder issue. Didn't practice Wednesday, limited on Thursday. That's something that we don't like. And this is a giblet right here. Marcus Davenport was dealing with an elbow. All of a sudden, he got a toe issue now. So he was limited in Wednesday, and Thursday held out again. So it went from an elbow to a toe. Man, you couldn't have write this more disastrously. This is actually playing out exactly the way I didn't want it to play out. And I talked about this same scenario. GM Kev, Tori, Derek, Tara, Demi, Lori, all of the family members that have been listening, y'all know what I'm talking about, and everybody else. Lee, Crass. This is what I've been talking about this scenario for the last 6+ months about what we cannot do coming into the season. How we have to have veterans here to brace up against guys that are constantly hurt. And that if you got Davenport, you got to work them in there slow. Did we not talk about this? Did we not talk about Trey Hendrickson? Can't count on him because he has an injury history. And that you needed to brace the team with veterans behind those guys so there won't be a drop-off in production. Davenport had an elbow issue. He was limited in Wednesday. And then he got a toe issue, and then they stopped him in Thursday. A toe injury pops up here, and he did not practice today. Now, see, I still say he's not a bust. It's just this guy's snake bitten. But you know he has an issue. I knew he had an issue with injury since he was in college, man. We knew when the Saints drafted Davenport, 2 days after he got drafted, he had hand surgery. You don't hurt your hand over 2 days like that. That dude, the Saints knew he was hurt. It's just, so now that you know that he wasn't playing, why didn't you go and get somebody else? Why didn't you go get another defensive end, a veteran that can come and cover until Davenport is ready? I would not even play Davenport this week. See, that's an omen right there. Thursday, he pops up with a toe problem. And you're going to still plug him in there? Nah, bro. Shut that dude down for another week. Let's move and get somebody else. Because if you force him to play, he's going to get hurt. And then you're going to lose him for extended amounts of time. You know, this is you're going into the 4th game of the season. And he's still not ready to go. So you have a month. You're going to have a month of games. In a few days, you're going to have a month worth of games in the books. And you going into October, and Davenport hadn't played a snap in none of the regular season. It's just amazing. And also, other bad news is that Jenkins, the shoulder, we covered that. Look at that. And your other cornerback, Marshawn Lattimore, hamstring issues, did not practice today. He was limited, did not practice. That is not good, both of these guys. And remember I said, if any one of those guys got hurt and couldn't play, you had to rely on Patrick Robinson and P.J. Williams in the secondary, and I was not comfortable. Didn't I say that? So why we sitting right here where what I didn't want us to be? Right here again. And we didn't have to be here. We just look at the damn list. You got both your starting cornerbacks did not play. It's Thursday, man. That's not a good omen, bro. I mean, the game is 12 o'clock Sunday, Eastern time. And tomorrow's Friday, and you got Saturday, and they DNP. Did not play. That's not a good omen for either one of your cornerbacks to be dealing with injuries. Both of them on the same list at the same time is not good. And of course, they don't even have a designation for David Onyemata, who was limited. They don't have nothing on David Onyemata. He didn't play last game, and he was missed severely. Onyemata, we missed the hell out of him in that Green Bay game. Then Mike is limited, and that's good news. And Chase Hansen, who's just pretty much a special teams backup guy, is limited with the hip situation. So, man, this is not a very good injury report, in my opinion, family. Those 4 guys are big, instrumental to this team's success. So we have to count on Troutman if the 10-man is not ready to go. Jack Rabbit dealing with a shoulder issue. He's limited. That's not good. Davenport was shut down because he developed a toe issue today. Marshawn Lattimore had hamstring injuries. Injury. He was limited Wednesday and then shut down on Thursday. We'll see how Friday's report looked. Onyemata not even given a destination, but we'll see how it looks Friday, man. We'll see how it looks Friday, but I don't like how that report looks. And then finally, a bit of good news, family, is that Saints linebacker turned broadcaster Jonathan Vilma will be called in the game in Detroit. So it's good to see Johnny V back in the building, man, called in the game. He's a good one too, man. Johnny V's an excellent broadcaster. Like him a lot. He says, we'll be in uniform at the Saints game this Sunday is Detroit. Instead of cleats and jersey shoulder pads, Vilma game day outfit includes dress shoes, a tailored suit, and microphone. And he did pretty good, man, in calling these games for Fox, and it's good to see him in the building. More so better than seeing a half zombie dead-ass Troy Aikman and whoever else those clowns are that we be seeing from time to time that's just boring. That it just suck. But it's good to see Jonathan Vilma being there as well. And of course he'll former Saint, so he's gonna keep the commentary real, just like he was keeping it real in Atlanta. Man, did you hear the commentary he was searing Atlanta with? I mean, he was just like pouring ants on top of a infected wound. He said the reason why they're losing these games is because he said, what he called them? He said they're mentally weak. I mean, he's like the reason why they can't finish these games because they're mentally weak. That's the problem. He went in on them. I got to give him credit for that. He ain't sugarcoated. He went in on them. He has 3 games. He got 3 games experience calling NFL games from the boot. Experience has not been a typical one. Vilma interviewed for the position by calling a game on Zoom. He had to wait until last week to do his first call with his partner, Kenny Albert, because Albert had been doing play-by-play work in the NHL bubble for last week's game between the Bears and Falcons. They only met by Zoom meeting. Vilma said if this is supposed to be odd, he doesn't see it that way because he has no further frame of reference. Because I have not been a full-time game analyst in prior years, everything was okay. He said it was what it was supposed to be. In this role, he finds himself constantly soaking up the information he's learning from other professionals and broadcasters. When he hired them, they gave him a list of former players who set the industry standard. Romo, Davis, Charles Davis is a joke. Tony Romo doesn't know football, but he's a little, I don't know. I'm not feeling him. And Moose Johnson does. I like Moose. And Vilma studied them. I wanted to feel for the pace, for their inflection, their tone and stuff like that. I did not want to try to copy them because everyone has their own style. I have my own flavor that I bring it, and that's what's unique. And the thing about it, he's a natural born. He's a natural at it because Vilma's naturally a smart dude, man. He know the game. He knows the game, man. He knows what he's saying, and he does really well at it. He definitely know what he's doing. So big ups to Jonathan Vilma, and I'm happy he called in the game as opposed to a half dead zombie like Troy Aikman. Seriously. All right, family. Big ups to the family members chiming in on this one here. But man, that's a part of it, fam. That's a part of it, and that's some of the news and notes. But the Davenport dilemma, that's what it is. The Davenport dilemma. That's what the hell we gonna call it. The Davenport dilemma. That's what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about Davenport, man. You know, the poor kid's just snake bitten. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about Davenport. But if you knew, but it's not like we didn't know that he was going to be dealing with injuries. You can go back and listen to the last 20 plus shows of us in the offseason talking about the defensive end pass rush situation, about us pushing the team to get a veteran here to kind of help protect guys like Trey Anderson, who's dealing with a groin issue, and other men that's on this team that hadn't been able to complete a full season. And Alex Anzalone, even though he's not on the injury list, I'm concerned about Alex Anzalone. I mean, he is not hitting like he was before. He's second guessing it. He's not going, he's tiptoeing through the tulips, as I call it. And I wonder if he's injured as well. You know, the Saints are notorious for keeping them injury reports away from us. I don't know, man. I don't know. But Davenport, the Saints didn't do anything. They knew Davenport was dealing with injuries, and several other players on the defensive line are dealing with injuries. I would caution the team to go into and see if they can find veterans to come on to help the team. And the reason why I'm saying veterans is because the veterans help, with the help. They protect. The curb is not as long, with the veterans. You see what I'm saying? The curb isn't that long with the veterans. You can plug the veterans in there. You can count on their experience. They won't do silly stuff that some of the rookies do, like what Caden Ellis was doing over the last several weeks, giving up touchdown plays, letting his guy fly behind him. Stuff like that. And we have to get above that. But, I don't know, family. But we're going to blame the defense 8 ways from Tuesday, and it's not fair. The defense is not at fault here. Now, the defense, get me wrong, the defense is giving up the plays on the back end, but that's because the defense is tired. The defense is tired. And if defense is tired, that's how they do. Now, how would you, let's put your ass out there on that field. And you run around and you stand out there and the people running all around like that. And you out there for 5 to 8 minutes of possession. And you won't think you'll get tired? Yeah, you'll get tired. And the defense suffers. That's why the game plan is to keep the Saints defense on the field and their offense off the field. That's what's going on. Offenses are keeping the Saints defense. Listen, they're keeping the Saints offense off the field and keeping the Saints defense on the field by running the ball, using smart, sharp dumps, and working the clock. Now, I can go back. I'm gonna do some research and pull up some statistics and show you guys about time of possession and how much time the Saints defense is showing up on that field. And I guarantee you, it's a high clip because their defense is a veteran defense. They're in great shape, but they're tired because of the extra time out there. And that's what the opposition offense is doing to Saints. They're keeping the Saints defense on the field and the Saints offense off the field so they can't gain a rhythm. And that is something that we're supposed to invert the formula. We're not supposed to allow that to happen. We're supposed to keep our offense on the field gaining rhythm and keep our defense off the field getting rest. We can't have that, but that's what the offense is, and nobody's saying that. Saying, well, Q, you know what? The reason is not just because the Saints defense is giving up the play, because they're tired. But because offenses are keeping the Saints defense on the field with long possessions, and the Saints offense is going 3 and out. So we're not going 2 rushes first down. We ain't going 2 rushes. We're not doing that. We ain't doing that. I swear, man, we get up in the dome, man. That's going to be the thing. That we're going to be yelling it from the stands. And we're going to be like 20-something thousand of us. That's all right. You're going to hear us saying 2 rushes. We're going to get over that fake-ass crowd noise. But you got to get 2 rushes first down, Sean Payton. So we'll see, man. But that's what I'm showing. But anyway, New Orleans Saints. Let's get into the chat, family. I'm going to go into the chat with y'all, man. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. We almost had an hour. I appreciate the family members. Please hit the like button there. All right, now we're going to get into the chat. Nola Balls, who that T since AK talking, maybe he can answer about that epidural. Yeah, he talking. See, notice that, though. I'll just say some stuff because remember, he didn't talk like that. Did you ever have him say that you don't give a damn what you think? You know what I'm saying? He didn't differentiate between the people that know about the Saints. See, you can't. You have batshit crazy, to understand that if you have really serious people that support you, they're going to be critical of you because they love you. They're not going to always support you through your bullshit. They're going to tell you when you effing up. Y'all know it and I know it. But see, the corporate affair is that if you're a true follower or whatever, first of all, I'm nobody's follower. That's number one. Except for you know who. Except for the creator. That's what we rocking with. But outside of that, the reality is that if we really cared and we support you, we'll support you through the thick and thin, but we'll be critical about it as well. If you messing up or screwing up, you're supposed to call them out. That's true people. You're not supposed to be like the people that run with AB, Antonio Brown. They knew he was screwing up and they just rolled him into the ground until he imploded. They didn't want to stop him. They didn't want to say, man, listen, we love you, man. Stop that stupid, you know what? Get off these, whatever you're doing, cut it out. You stupid, stop this, whatever, you know? Dose of reality type stuff. But he was talking reckless like that because he got paid and his head big. And see, that's a shame. But just document that in your mental matrix that you wasn't talking like that before. And he damn sure didn't differentiate between the people that's supporting the team versus the ones that's not. Everybody was in the same boat with that comment. But I know who you are, Kamara. I've been know you all when we was calling you out. When you was lying, talking about you was in the building down there in New Orleans. You wasn't in the building. When you was sneaking around getting shots in your back or in your ass or whatever else. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever you saying, you're just a little liar. And then you get the money, then you tell the people we don't get back on track. Everybody will shut up. Seriously? And you don't give it, and everybody, I don't give a damn. Really? Really? You tell the people that got your back, well, the people that got my back, they ain't talking like, yeah, they is. They is because y'all screwing up. Y'all ain't keeping it real. That's why. And see, I talk like this because because I'm real, man. I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe them a goddamn thing but this. And I know sooner or later, in 5 years, you're gonna be gone anyway, or on somebody else's team. So understand who butter your bread, partner. This is what it looked like when people who support the team, people who put the team on their shoulders, people that have that were upset weeks and months after you stomped the goddamn dome up with that affair with Minnesota. And I had Minnesota people still contacting me today in comments and sending clips of the videos from the post-game show of me talking, saying, upset with the team. You ain't had to worry about that. You got your goddamn paycheck, huh? And your rotten ass coach took his ass to San Francisco the week after the Minnesota Viking failure of this year and sat up there and did analyst work for the Vikings and 49ers game and called that game as an analyst. He told the 49ers how to beat the Vikings and the Vikings how to beat the 49ers, and he just stunk it up in the dome. But I don't see that as a conflict of interest. I say what it is, man, because the reality is when you acting like a jackass, I'm going to call you. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you're the president of the country or the president of the world. I don't give a damn who you is. You're just a football player. We are the power. We hold the power here. That's what that's how real it is. We hold the power here. You getting it from us. You are getting it from us. And being that you getting it from us, you going to get it all from us. So, I already documented him as a little ass liar. He be lying his ass off. Remember I proved it in all those receipts I was saying? Like, man, you in the building. How you in the building? It's the middle of the C-19. They got cameras and security everywhere. But they ain't see you in the building? Man, cut that line out. But you ain't care about the money, though. But you held out. You held out, but then you ain't held out. No, I was getting shots in my back. Why you was getting shots in your back with a private doctor? Why you was doing that? It's just lying. Just a lie. Just a little lying ass little dude, man. But then everybody can shut up. You wasn't talking like that prior to getting that paper. Now you got that paper. Now everybody, I don't give a damn. They really, I don't give a damn. Oh, really? You bust that old line from the movies, from the old romance movie back in the day? Remember that? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That boy dug up back in the day and pulled that one out. Oh, man, but it go to show you, just keep this in your mental matrix, man. I'm just telling you, man, when you be showing flaws in your character, and some of them dudes is really phony, man. They phony. That's what I'm saying. So, I call a spade. It is what it is. And he going to keep showing cracks because we're going to keep showing them. But the reality is the team's upset because the team is underachieving. We upset because they're underachieving. You're underachieving. That's what we upset about. And the reality is I'm not even coming for you. It's on your coach. It's on your coach. Your coach is the issue, and nobody's going after him. saying is he passed his prime because he refuses to run the ball. The reporter's too scared to ask him the questions. Y'all and I know that. I don't care who they is. All of them wrong up there, placating to that man, refusing to ask him the tough questions. Today they had a 2-minute ass interview and 2 of them asked the same ass question. One dude asked if Kamara seems like he's having fun out there. Who gives a rat's ass if Kamara having fun? You know, why the hell should I talk? And then truth be told, why the hell should I care about Elvin Kamara having fun? He's sitting up here talking about he don't care what you think. I don't give a damn what they think. I mean, come on, man. Shut your goddamn mouth, dude. You got your money. Don't talk reckless to the people like that, man. I warn you. Keep your mouth shut and run the ball, player. Bottom line. Don't piss off the great think tank and the Who Dat Nation, player. I'm telling you, because not all of us are programmed drones to believe that everything Sean Payton do. A lot of us are critical thinkers, and guess what? We're fastly waking up faster. The ones who are not, they've been watching this bullshit over the last 3 years. They're fastly waking up and they're becoming a bunch of Qs out here. Everybody becoming Big Q. Everybody say, hold on, man. Sean Payton. They calling out the media, calling out, yeah, man, that's what you got to do to make a change, man. You got to call them out because they placating to Sean Payton. They protecting them, man. And that's wrong. You ain't going to ask the man the question. Get your stinking ass off the mic and get out the way and let Sport Talk 365 ask him. Let Big Q ask the question. But see, Big Q asked the question, and I already know what he going to say, some milquetoast stuff. You can't see, they going to run from you. They going to run from you. If milquetoast questions like that upset him, he probably ask a question, he probably have a heart attack. He'll bust a blood vessel. Why don't you get off the offensive coordinator job and give it to Pete Carmichael so we can have some accountability in the building? You know, ask accountability questions from the coach down. And don't put it like you ain't aiming it at him. Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you guys sick and tired of a placating ass press that sit up in here asking milquetoast preschool, pre-kindergarten ass questions to Peyton about this team? The big question is why aren't he running the ball? Why at the end of the Packers game with 13 minutes left, did he throw 15 straight passing plays and 1 rushing play? Why did he do that? Why did he go away from the run when we was averaging over 6 yards a carry? Why didn't they ask that? Then when he says, then they wait, everybody asked their question, nobody asked something, he got off there. When the last time you know something like that to happen, you coming off of 2 straight losses, you ain't got no other questions to ask? Huh? Man, listen, man. They placating to him. They scum for him. They trash for him. They don't want to step up and ask the tough questions because they're scary. They yellowbacks. They cowards. And that's the thing. But it's all good, man. The truth always come to light. And time always tell. And let me tell you something. We've been hitting on cylinders for a long time because we know what time it is. Now keep it real. You can go back and listen to all up in the file. We've been calling all this stuff happening right now with Davenport and Trey Hendrickson, the passing attack strumbling, the secondary. We had talk about issues, the running attack. We mentioned all this off 6, 4, 5 months ago. Like we sitting up here looking at a crystal ball or something, man. We called this and said that if you don't do this, this was going to happen. And what happened is exactly what we feared it was going to be. That he didn't do the action that was needed to protect the guys that are injury prone on this team. And the same guys we was talking about are injured right now. The same scenarios that we talked about is happening right now. How many of you guys in the chat remember me saying about the secondary that if any one of those guys, we got to pray that the top 3 secondary guys stay healthy. If they don't, then we in for PJ Williams and Patrick Robinson. And I'm not cool with that. How many of y'all heard that? How many of y'all said that we can't rely on Davenport and Trey Hendrickson because they can't stay healthy? Trey Hendrickson ain't on the injury report, but he's still dealing with a groin issue. Groin issues don't go away after 1 week. They don't. If anybody ever had a groin injury, serious, man, that shit hurts. And you can get a shot in it all you want, but it lessens your impact. Just look how Trey Hendrickson looked in the first quarter of the Las Vegas Raiders game, and then when he got hurt, had to be somewhere around the second. To be honest with you, because his impact was less and less after that. How many? We know this. We know this stuff, man. We know this. They can't say, man, that Q don't know what he talking about. You out your goddamn mind. We calling this stuff, man. We calling this stuff. Point after point, focus after focus, and that's why the family continually grow. because of our passion, because of we hitting on all cylinders and we tell it like it is. And that's what people want. People don't want somebody flam them and candy ass with them. People want the raw, unadulterated truth. You know why? Because this world is plastic. It's fake. It's phony. It's baloney. It's crap. And people sick of plastic and fake stuff. People look at think about it. You got fake ass food and everything fake, genetically modified this and genetically modified that. People don't want to buy that shit. They want organic stuff, real stuff. Why? Because that's where the nutrients at. That's where the substance at. Because the truth is like food to your soul. You know it and I know it. It's too much plastic stuff going on out there. The media is too soft on Sean Payton. The media is in Sean Payton's back pocket. They don't want to ask him the tough questions. They don't want to say nothing to him. And the people reading saying, why y'all ain't asking these questions? I was reading something all day. They had a guy in the comment section blasting the report, said, man, why y'all asking these soft questions? Won't you ask these guys the truth? And the guy, you know what the reporter said? He didn't even respond to that. He don't respond. But that's all right, because they're going to remove your ass up out of there too. We're going to move you up out of there. We ain't going to be paying. I'm telling you, the time come when we're going to move this old ass media up out of here. Because they too cozy with these establishment people. They too cozy with these people. And they're not getting the truth. They come out and talk about it's the defense, the Saints were strong. Well, it's not the defense. If you look deep at it, it's the running attack. Because the running attack keeps the defense off of the field. The defense needs it. Let me go back in my spiel. But they don't got no answer though. Oh, it's first it's the defense, then they go to Drew Brees. It's the defense, then they go to Drew, then they go to Mike Thomas not being there. None of that shit mean nothing. It's the running attack. Because you could have beat that team without Mike Thomas. When you had Mike Thomas in the game against Tampa Bay, he had 3 catches for 17 or 18 yards. I mean, come on, man. You don't need Mike Thomas if you're going to throw the ball 15 to 20 yards in. I mean, seriously. It's not like Mike is Jerry Rice. But the reality is, if you don't have the balance, people going to play off. They play you for the pass. You know about defense and offense, if they plan you for the pass and you're passing, you heighten your chances of getting an interception because they know you're going to throw the ball and they positioning themselves for you to throw the ball, and you heighten your opportunities to turn the ball over. But if you're running when they think you're going to pass, you get greater success that way. When you're running, so you have to switch identities. You have to become a running team just for the interim and learn how to run the ball. Then once you start running, the running game is so gracious. Because when you start saying, running game, I love you, I'm going to placate to you, I'm going to give you this, the running game say, listen, baby, you know what, baby? You've been good to me, baby. And I tell you what I'm going to do, baby. This is the running game, right? In Reverend Saint voice. The running game, I'm giving the running game a voice in this Reverend Saint voice, right? It's a cool voice. Yeah, baby, listen, baby, you've been running the ball, baby. I love you. I appreciate you, baby. So I tell you what I'm going to do, baby. I'm going to let you throw the ball too, baby. You know why that's going to work? Because the defense going to suck in to stop the run, and then you go up top. You open up everything. That's why I said stop taking what they give you and get in. Stop taking what they give you. Cut that welfare out and take what you want. Stop that unemployment out, man. Get what you want, man. Take what you want. You know what I'm saying? Don't go up in there and say, I take this and that and leave it. Now, if you want all that, take it all. That don't belong to them anyway. Take what belongs to you. And that's the mentality they got to have. They know it and I know it. You got to have a conqueror's mentality, man. You know? It's amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing. We've been talking about that all damn last 6 months and prior years, knowing what the Saints need to do. And then we come into this year, and I'm watching it before my very eyes play out the way I didn't want it to play out. And I was saying that because if they do this, this is what's going to happen. And I was like, to stop this from happening, you go and do this. So what they do half-ass stuff. Like you'll go after Clowney when you should have went after Everson Griffin. But nobody never asked Sean Payton about Everson Griffin. Did anybody ask Sean? Let me hit y'all in the head with that question. Y'all tell me in the chat, did anybody ask Sean Payton why he didn't go after Everson Griffin? Any media member asked Sean Payton why didn't he go after Everson Griffin? That was a fair question, right? You going after Clowney, why you not going after Griffin? Y'all remember that? Huh? Y'all remember that? Did any media member ask Sean Payton to his face or in teleconference, hey, Why you not going after Everson Griffin? Why you not going after Ngakwe? Why you not going after some of these other guys? But you try to go and move them, do a move that ain't been done ever in the NFL. You go try to do a sign and trade with the Browns. You know the Browns can't do that. They can't even win right. They just started winning. You trying to do a sign trade. None of them asked. Why they didn't ask the question? Why you ain't going after a pass rusher? Then he wait all the way to the end of the streak to go and try to get the dude at the very. You couldn't have wait into the last minute than that. That was some last minute ass shit. Y'all know it. There's no reason why it fell out the flow. You know? But he ain't doing that good in Tennessee. But the reality is you had better options than this man. And why did you stop at that? And when he didn't get, and why didn't the media say, okay, Coach Payton, now that you didn't get Clowney, are you going to get another veteran that's out there? You know they got plenty of them out there right now. Nobody asked them that. So I'm just like, what are you guys good for, man? Asking dumb, garbage, milquetoast ass questions nobody didn't want to know? You think I care whether or not Alvin Kamara having fun out there? I don't care about Alvin Kamara having fun out there on the goddamn field. Then you ask the C-19 question, and then the guy asks the same question behind him. What kind of phony, fake ass media is this? But that just goes to show you, and I'm calling them out. They can't change their stripes. It's time for somebody else to come. Bottom line. Bottom line, it's time for us to support independent media. Just like you support them people, you support the local media, the local guys, the guys trying to build their stuff from the ground up. You support those guys. You support the WhoDatDaily.com and sites like Sport Talk 365 and all these, in YT Sport and Smokeless and all these other young brothers out here in the game trying to build their operations, and all the other families. TJ and everybody. You know, we support them, but support them doubly than you support these bastards out here working with the Saints, not wanting to keep it real. Because I would rather see them brothers make it to levels high above them people before I let them in the door. It's time for us to move them on up out of that. And I'm calling for everybody that listens to this show to be a part of the movement, to not support the media people that's in bed with the Saints. They don't want to get you no answers. They don't want to answer the questions that you really won't know. They don't want to do nothing. They would rather piss you off than to piss Sean Payton off to ask him why he running a team as the head coach when he got offensive coordinator sitting there. Why you still there? Why you offensive coordinator? Why you not running the ball no more, coach? Why you not running? You went away from the play, coach. Why you not running the ball? I don't want you to tell me what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah, okay. It's just what it is. I'm just saying keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real. It's time for them to go. They done set up here for what? Tom Pickett, you ain't been out here for 100 years, man. Come on. WWL, what they doing? WWL, they're a stinking corpse, man. You know, they have dead on the mic. And so is ESPN. ESPN needs some color. And I ain't just talking about black folk or any folk, man. I'm talking about personality. Come on, man. Come on, y'all stinking, man. But see, that's what you put up with, though. You put up with your support. Support the people that's real. Support the people that talk like you and sound like you. You support them. Support them and support them to the utmost. Share their links and place them up there, because these people won't betray you like them other dogs did. These people are literally too chummy. They sitting up there in bed with these people. They too chummy. All right, let's keep it going. Let me get off up top on top of these people here ramming on them. All right, let's go. Kevin says if Jack Rabbit can't play, who you starting? Ken Crawley. It's just more jokes, and it's just a big one long joke line after another. I need to start playing the Three Stooges when I do this show. When I start talking about Sean Payton, because only Curly, Mo, and Larry would bring Ken Crawley back up in here. Only the Three Stooges would bring Ken Crawley back up in here. When the Raiders didn't want him, the Cardinals didn't want him, and then you say, "Oh, we want him." What kind of fool are you? You bring Ken Crawley back up in here? We trying to get rid of PJ Williams and Patrick Robinson, and you bring Ken Crawley back up in here? But you don't go after Everson Griffin. You don't go after Griffin. You don't go after Yannick Ngakoue. You don't go after anybody that can seriously help this team, but you go get Ken Crawley. You go get a guy from Canada. You go get a wide receiver that never caught a pass, and you know that man ain't going to never see the field. You go get cornerbacks that can't help nobody, and then you got a really good cornerback on the bench, but you don't bring him in off the bench. When you know, Pat, you can see P.J. Williams out there getting burnt all over the place. P.J. Williams is being burnt all over the place and should be benched. But you take DJ Swearinger out, who was lighting people up, to put P.J. Williams who getting burnt. It's a difference between lighting people up and getting burnt. Both of them, it does involve fire. Lighting people up means bringing that spark, but also getting burnt. So both of them they are fire related, but one have you on the other end versus the other. DJ Swearinger was doing a better job. You deactivate him to put this fool PJ Williams up in here, who can't even cover tight ends. And he a cornerback. You can't cover wide receivers. You can't cover the running back. So he go a tight end, cover him. He can't even do that. But he still got a job running around there. Oh, like PJ making mistakes all over the place. But PJ Williams still got a job though. But nobody asks him about that. Oh, don't ask him about PJ Williams falling all over the place. Thank you, Tragic. Appreciate you, bro. Tragic says, how much did we underestimate the leadership of Bell, the quick diagnosis of Klein, and defense input of Mike Nolan, right? And Mike Nolan, bro, should have been a defensive coordinator. We said that. I always ask that question. He was a linebackers coach, and he had more experience than any one of them dudes. And he's sitting up there as a linebacker. Your most experienced coach on the defense should be the coordinator. But the truth is he wasn't Sean Payton. Sean Payton wanted that job to go toward his boy, Dennis Allen. So, can I tell you, are we going to see P.J. Williams back on the field? Are the Saints serious about winning? They're going to put PJ stinking ass right back out there. They're going to put Patrick Robinson out there. He getting toasted. You know, and then Ken Crawley sitting up there ready for his turn to go get toasted. Oh my goodness. I was like, man, no, this is not how it was supposed to go. It's supposed to go the other way. You're supposed to be undefeated, running the ball. You know, and people saying, man, the Saints look like world beaters. They undefeated. We supposed to be sitting up here 3-0, looking at Lions saying 4-0, looking our chops at the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions looking at you like you're a toothless lion. You're a snag-a-tooth lion. Ain't nobody scared of no lion that snag a tooth that ain't got no teeth in his mouth. Nobody scared of no snag-a-tooth ass lion. I'ma just be honest with you. If you a lion, you ain't got no teeth, you missing teeth. Ain't nobody scared of no lion that's missing teeth. You look at him, he roaring at you like, man, this something gonna even have no teeth. Shut your ass up. Yeah, the lion with no teeth. I'm just saying, man, you know, it's crazy. But I'm just naming it out, man. But listen, the bottom line is, we gonna follow this up tomorrow. I'm gonna come back at y'all with a full show. I'm gonna open up the phone lines tomorrow. But what I'm gonna say about the Detroit Lions is that they're healthy and they're looking for a win. They're looking at the Saints like medicine. And they said, man, we got to get some of that Tylenol. We got to get right. And the Saints saying here talking about we don't care about what you think. You better care about what we think. We your base. We the base. And if anybody, you talking about, oh, I don't care what you think. Oh, okay. All right. You got to understand your base, partner. You might be a little young in the head. You real young in the head. If you think you ain't the least bit mature than I thought you was if you thinking like that, partner. I don't care how much goddamn weight you lift or how you standing on one leg hopping like a bunny rabbit, like an injured bunny rabbit. I don't care what kind of exercises you're doing. None of that mean the hell of shit unless the people support you and care about you. The people buy your jerseys. The people the ones that support you and elevate you. So you're only half of the equation. All the work you do jumping around on one leg like a wounded bunny rabbit won't help you if the people don't support who you are and what you are. Understand that base. You're really young in the head, man. If you don't understand that, you better learn it. But let's keep it going, man. Because I'm a lot older than that dude. And I can tell you, I can look at you and see, man, in life, man, you green behind the ears, partner. I mean, you know some stuff on the street level, but that's all it is. The street level is the street level for a reason. There are levels above the street level that you have yet to master talking like that and looking like that. You know, but I did understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a master's in lying, and you are shitty one at that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. We're going to keep it moving. Kevin says you drafted Zach Bond in the 3rd round. Use him. Nola Bar says, well, against the Lions, we could play the practice squad. Let's see all the we're going to the practice squad in week number 4. It's crazy, man. All right, let's keep it going. Who that to you? Nola Balls. Good to see you. Said Davenport, aka Head and Shoulders. Man, injured again, man. It's a sad day, bro. It really is, man. It's sad. All right. It's what it is, man. All right. 2 rushes. Iceman says, Mark 504. What up, Mark? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Philip Throw Docs. What's happening, fam? Iceman 2 is 2 rushes. Tragic. What up, Tragic? Who that to you, brother? Good to see you in the chat. But listen, man. Listen, family. Adrian, who that to you, baby? Good to see you. Look, the bottom line is, man, this is how I feel. I'm very protective of the Great Saint Think Tank, family. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm protected of I'm protected of the family, man. I'm just keeping. You come at me with some bull, I'm going at you full blooded. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna protect the family. I'm very protective of the Who Dat Nation. You know what I'm saying? I'm very protective. But you expect, if I tell you expecting too much, you're expecting too much. And then I will remind your ass about everything as a family base that we've done for the team over the years. Even when they weren't winning, we were there. And might not have to tell you, we pay 100% of your utility bills. We built your practice facility. See, you ignorant about that. You don't understand what you're walking into. Because you see a building there, you think them people bought it because you don't understand the economics at the high level. That's why your position is just a player on the field as opposed to an owner of a team. It's different levels to this stuff, man. And people come in the door, the most non-athletic people, and notice how I phrase that, the most non-athletic people run the pro game. People you probably jump up 3 times and catch a heart attack. They can't run around their car less than run around the building 10 times. They couldn't run around their car 5 times full speed without needing oxygen. But the most non-athletic people control the athletic people. Did you hear what I just said? Huh? You think you understand that? Because they work the ultimate muscle. Marinate on that shit. It's what it is. The most non-athletic people in the world control the most athletic. Am I lying? Look at Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, three banana peels and 2 bad steps from a transitioning up out of here. But he up on there. He's sitting in the highest seat in the land making billions of dollars, right? You take all the players on his team to put them together, that's not even a quarter of his wealth. Telling you. That's how the world works. Think about that. That's powerful. The most non-athletic people control the athletic people because they too busy doing this and not doing this. Read something, man. Shut your foolish mouth and read something. All right. Iceman says everybody shaking their hands on the media room, run a lot of scratch. He says shaking hands on that media room, a lot of scratching your back, smash, smile, nonsense going up. And it's a lot of foolishness, bro. It's a lot, but see, it come a time when you got people that come up in here and they kick the door open and turn it all upside down on his head. It take that special, unique knowledge, that commonsensical stuff that help take you to another level. That say, yeah, that is true. And then you get clicks, and the next thing you know, you start seeing the whole thing. Because that's the environment of the world right now. People are realizing they sin because they was distracted before. But now you're seeing clearly. Now you starting to see everything because you want that real. You're like, we tired of being lied to. We just want somebody to tell us the truth, to keep it real with us. And that's not even a hard thing to do. But they so enlaced in lies because they just a bunch of con men. If they start telling the truth, they'll tell on themselves. And that's why they all sound alike. They use the same talking points. It don't matter what network they on. They all say the same thing about Drew Brees and his arm. Oh, it's Drew Brees is the problem when Drew's not the problem. Then you pull up the statistics. I do this on TSC Q&A. Tell them, Tori. Tell them, GM Kev. We play the tapes of the haters and bust the haters to hell, man. With their own footage, their own tape. With statistics and data, as they like to say. We call them out because they con men, they liars, and they frauds, and they've been sucking off the people far too long, lying, getting over, and it's time for that to stop. And I'm nothing special. I just represent you. And a lot of you, I am you. I am you. I am the Great Saint Think Tank. I don't put myself separate. I defend the Great Saint Think Tank in the Who Dat Nation. From enemies, foreign and domestic. To my military family out there. So in the end, I am you, but I will step up and I don't care who it is. Y'all know that. If it's Sean Payton talking reckless to the butcher of the valet, I gets on him. If it's Kamara talking foolishness, I gets on him for lying and doing what he doing. You know, I get on you. I don't care if you play for the Saints or not. You know, you keep it real with the people. That's all you can ask if we looking out for you and that team, man. You know what I'm saying? Recognize your position, man. All right, let's keep it going here, family. Mark says maybe that's the same time Sean that hurt was badly. He hurt his toe, bro. That dude was on the injury list with the toe. And nobody asked about that question. Notice the injury report came out. Nobody asked him. Now, it could have been early, but notice they're not going to ask about Davenport. We'll check tomorrow to see. And if they do, it'll be a milquetoast way and Sean Payton to gloss over it. But sometimes when you ask a question, you got to, then there's a follow-up question. And I just wish these sports reporters had the same intensity as some of these political people, you know, that's asking questions and fussing at the people up there. I would love, even though most of them batshit wrong, but the reality is I still appreciate the fact that they're doing that. They're like, listen, I'm not accepting what you say. What is this? What's that? And the third? You get me? You know? You know? But I mean, it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go through the chat. I'm gonna exhaust the chat, family. We about an hour and a half into this thing. Trey Joseph, who that to you? Anthony, good to see Anthony Connerly in the building. Who that to your family? Mark 504, once again, big ups to you. Chris Rooks, I see your family. Who that to you as well? All right, let's keep it going here. I'm gonna exhaust the chat, fam. Last Saint. That's Drew goddamn Brees there, bro. All right. This says Iceman says, Q, please play the sound effect. What sound effect, Iceman? Which one you talking about, bro? He saying, which one he asking? The media don't represent the true fan. Everybody's shaking their heads. What sound effect, Iceman? Which one you talking about, bro? I just seen that. Mark 504 says, if Lattimore can't play, move Jenkins to number 1 and move Crawley to number. Oh my goodness, move Crawley in there. Oh, Drew. Brian says Denver 27, Jets 25. That guy should be fired too, by the way, family. Just to let you know, there was a rumor report came out that if the Jets lose tonight, Gase could be fired by the end of the week. So watch out for. He could be the first one fired of the new season. Or Gase, I told y'all he garbage. Iceman, I'm with you, Q. Grab the Henry. He says grab the Henry. The Henny. Okay, grab the Henny. Okay. John says keep Washington should have gotten a chance. He should, bro. I'm seriously. Why not? You know, put DJ Swearinger back in there and keep Washington an opportunity to play. What does it take for a young guy who's getting interceptions damn near every day of practice to not get an opportunity to play on the team? What do you got to do? Lift the corner of the building to get playing time? I mean, it's just unreal. Thank you for that, bro, because that's true. 985 says, why didn't they let Keith play? Because they love it's just an unfair system, man. If you see guys out there stinking it up like P.J. Williams and Caden Ellis blowing wide open plays, those guys need to be set down, and they need other guys out there that's going to be performing. Now, we do realize to a degree you see a lot of that, and the Saints are doing more of the modified than the 4-3, which explains why Caden Ellis ain't seeing a lot of field anyway. But the truth is, like a guy like P.J. Williams, he can't be getting burned by the tight ends, bro. You can't let guys slip out behind you, Caden Ellis. You know. Travis says the Saints are like a circus. They got to do something, bro. Once again, thank you, Tragic, for your super chat, bro. Last day said P.J. Williams is garbage. Why are we keeping that bum anyway? Why not? We collecting them. We got Ken Crawley here. Might as well keep P.J. and Patrick Robinson. I mean, we a whole full reclamation team when it come down to the garbage time cornerbacks. Why not? Bring them all back. Bring them all back. Collect them all. Like Pokemon cards or something. Collect all the worst ones you can find. Bring them on. Why not? You ain't doing nothing else. He said anything over 10 yards is easy. Tramal says, PJ is trash. I wouldn't get this fool to guard my house. Man, you right, bro. You have a stolen house. Come back there. PJ looking stupid in the face. Man, where my house at, bro? Man, I don't know what happened. Man, how you let somebody steal a whole house? Bro, I tell you, I was standing right here, and I just turned my back for 1 second, and it was gone. PJ, get your ass out of here. All right, let's see. Let's say, you're on with the Ken Crawley joke. I'm telling you, bro, that's the truth. The Raiders ain't want him. The Cardinals ain't want him. And the Saints say, I want him. Bring him here. Oh, my goodness, no. Iceman says this is not Super Bowl moves. It's not, bro. Okay, Trey Joseph, who that to your family? I see you in that family. He says, Marshawn, tell Coach, give Murray the ball so y'all can win. Chris Rooks, what up, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Suleiman, what up, fam? Say who that they say gonna beat them Saints? The Saints. Sean Payton, more in particular, Suleiman. You know, he said, who that said they're gonna beat them Saints? Sean Payton said Sean Payton said it. He gonna help him because he don't want to run the ball. He gonna one-dimensionalize the Saints itself. What a chump, man. You know, everything we said, man, don't do this, don't do that. The team, family, they going through it right now. I ain't toot my own horn. I'm keeping it real. It's like I'm just walking through. I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm standing up in the hill. The Saints at 1-2. We got Ken Crawley back on the team. It's like a freaking nightmare. It's a nightmare. We got P.J. Williams still on the team. We got Patrick Robinson still on the team. We got Ken Crawley back on the team. We ain't get no help for Davenport or Trey Hendrickson. Our defensive line, which is the strength of the team, interiorly speaking, is banged up. Malcolm Brown has a foot issue. David Onyemata didn't play last week with a calf issue. Andrews P. hurt. They don't want to play Cesar Ruiz. He was forced into play because Sean Payton ain't had nobody else to put in there that he can trust. We had 3 straight games of seeing Nick Easton on the field. Jared Cook is rusted up like he was standing in the rain too long. Everything's slow, and he hurt now. Mike is out. Taysom Hill is not effective. And Latavius Murray sitting on the bench like this. I mean, everything we said, please don't do this, is happening. All of that. I'm like, man, how am I in this room right here looking around like this up in here? How? How we here? We called all of this. We called it. All right, let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Big ups to the family members, fam. Please hit the like button if you please. It helps out. All right, Philanthrodoc says Lattimore could come to my school and work out with Deion Sanders, go back to base because we need them boys to be ready for every game in playoffs. No PJs, no excuse, no PIs, no excuses. Excuses. I put no PJ in there because PJ is like an excuse. Thank you for that, Philanthrodocs. Chris says if Marshawn watches how Deion covered receivers, he'll learn a lot. He would. And you know what I said, family, about what Deion Sanders told him? Deion Sanders told him, listen, bro, watch their hips. Watch the wide receivers' hips. That's what Deion says. Deion said he got good because he learned from his coach that taught him early on that regardless of what kind of fakes the wide receiver's going to do, you don't look at their feet, you watch their hips because they can't fake the movement of the hips. That's why Deion was so good. So he watched the hips, and wherever the hips go, they go. That's what Deion Sanders said. So I don't know why Aaron Glenn not teaching that. What Deion said, Deion Sanders was 3 light years or 3 lifetimes better than what Aaron Glenn is. No disrespect. But you should be looking at Deion. He's the pinnacle of what we consider a cornerback. He's the top. He's like everybody consider Jordan one of, if not the best, one of the best that ever was the player. Of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar don't feel that way. Kareem feel like he's the best because he got way more rings. Or even Bill Russell could say that, though. Bill Russell has 11 championship rings. And he was like the key member of that Boston Celtics club. He has 11 rings, and nobody don't even talk about Bill Russell. With 11 rings. I remember he had an article, a news report that they did with him. Remember when Jordan did the 6 rings with his face like this, and he had rings all over his fist? Shit, yeah, Bill Russell did one like this. And Russell had rings on every finger and 2 on 1. 11 championship rings, Bill Russell. So it's all about where you come from and what you know. Because I tell you. Anyway, let's keep it going. That was a really great picture, by the way. Go look that up, that Bill Russell picture with him with his face like this. He did a Michael Jordan picture and had all his rings. He had 11 championship rings. On 11, I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about. But they don't talk about old Bill Russell. Jamal, who that to you? All right. Anthony says anything is better than PJ right now. We gave him time to prove himself. It's time to go. Family getting tired of it, man. All right, let's keep it going here. Iceman said they collecting trash cornerback. All right, Jermaine says, Jermaine, who that to you, buddy? Good to see you. We like Sanford and Son. We collecting trash. Man, Fred wouldn't even collect that, man. Fred wouldn't take that. He'd be hollering at Lamont for bringing that in there. Iceman says Bradham would have left that tight, that wouldn't have left that tight end open on the bootleg. You're right, he wouldn't have, bro. He's seen that. That's what experience do for you. But I want to see what these young guys could do. Iceman said the universe is setting up for a rude awakening for SP if you don't get it right. The family base. I'm telling you, man, this is the year with a lot of people, and I've been talking like this for a while, and I've been bringing light to a lot of stuff that's been going on, especially the last 3 years. And the fact that I've been saying that we've given Sean Payton a 10-plus year cushion to get the Saints to the Super Bowl. That's way more patient than any other team in the history of professional football. The base just sit there and almost under a state of hypnosis and sit there and just ridiculously give Sean Payton 11 plus years. And then that includes the last 3 years of Three Stooges ass football that we've been doing. Well, Q, that was on the referees. No, it wasn't on no damn referees. Not on the referees. It ain't on the referees, it's on the team. The team had several. Go back and watch the games, man. Go back and watch them again and look at them. Look at the drop touchdown passes. Look at the blown calls. Look at the missed assignments. Look at the missed tackles. Look at the plays when they ran in the wrong holes. Look at the plays when they had miscues of false starts. Look at the plays when they couldn't get 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1 to extend drives so they can milk the clock and run the game out. The game was close in late on in the game because the Saints and the Rams game could not get 3rd and 1, couldn't get 4th and 1. Remember that? Couldn't get 3rd and 1. And the game should go to stupid ass reverses. Remember that? And fake punts and fake kicks and punts and playoff games. What you doing that for? Y'all remember that? But you're going to say all that to the referee. Oh, he didn't call the call. See, that's selective memory, man. You can't have that when you watch a sport. You got to get rid of that tunnel vision, failed approach thinking, because that's not what's going on. That's not what's happening. And then the people will say, well, it's the referees, and blame everything else but what's causing it, and it's the head coach at the top. The head coach he got out coached in those games. He got out coached in those games. You had the film to go look at yourself. Go back if you can stomach it. Go back and look at the full length of those games and have a notebook like I be doing. Get a goddamn notebook like I be doing and sit there and watch it and write down the miscues and the drop passes and the blown calls and the questionable calls like that. Then come back to me and tell me it was the referees. Huh? Come back to me after you done did all that. You're going to say, Q, they had this going on, that going on. I say, see, I told you. That's like, when you have it, go ahead and document it like I do. And then sit here and talk about it. That's how you're supposed to do it. You don't go totally off of recognition all the time, especially in the game. You go back, watch, write down the miscues and penalties, the drop passes, blown assignments. You know what I'm saying? False starts, pass interferences, not getting 3rd and 1s to extend it out so you can keep the clock running. Go back and look at the film if you can study it, and then come back to me and say, Q, no, it was still the referees. I guarantee you wouldn't. I'm telling you. So, anyway. All right, let's keep it going. Jamal says, Lattimore, pay attention to Big Q, you buster. His hips is all right. All right, so I'm telling you, man, Deion said that. Deion said, pay attention to the hips, player. So, Marshawn, if you're in there, you better listen to that, man. Deion told you. You talking about you won't be the best. Then the best is Deion Sanders. Deion says, pay attention to the hips. Wherever the hips go, they can't fake you with the hips. A lot of them, and some of those guys actually do it. You watch them, like Gilmore. I was watching footage of Gilmore cover, and Gilmore is solid. He's physical, but he know what he's looking at. He come from that Deion Sanders school of what to look for. You can tell. All right, let's keep it going in the chat. 504 said, I think Lattimore will be fine. I think so, too. He's dealing with that injury, though. Patrick Peterson, Champ Bailey, Deion. And they write Mark 504 985 secure. I don't see the mod wrench. Hold on. He says it took a while. Hold on, bro. Hold on here. Yeah, I don't see it either, bro. I don't know what's going on there. Hold on. Let me reset my chat for a second. Hold on here. Because I'm having issues for whatever reason setting you up, bro. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me reset the chat. All right. I had to reset the chat, bro. Hold on. Where you at, 985 Live? Hold on, bro. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't see why. Hold on here. Give me just a second, family. Let me see what's going on here for 985 Live. Give me just a second, bro. I'm going to see what I can do. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me reset it now and refresh the chat. Let me see what it is, because I just did it and you should have it. Where you at? No, I don't see it. Yeah, I did it, bro. So it might take a little, it might take a minute for it to get you on there, but just give me, let's see. Okay. All right. Well, I did it. I did it 985 Live. Just let me know if you see it, bro. I set it here for whatever reason. It's tripping on my end here. I don't know why I won't do it here, but look like I got you set. He said YouTube don't like him. Nah, I think I got you right, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure. Just give me a second here, because I think I got you right here. Okay, there it is. All right. Okay. All right. You should be seeing that wrench right now. Try resetting and refreshing your feed. You should be all right now. Yeah, you should be all right now, bro. Let me refresh the chat. Okay, I added you, so it might take a minute, second or so, but you should be on there like the rest of the family members. I don't know. I added you, bro, so you should be all right though. Might take a little bit. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. You and YouTube, bro. I don't understand what's going on with you and YouTube. Yeah, but according to what I'm looking at, that let me see. Let me make sure here. Give me just a second, family. I appreciate y'all for being so gracious with me right here. I'm trying to see what's going on with 985 Live. For whatever reason, YouTube keeps blocking them. I don't know what's going on with they don't like 985 Live for some reason. I don't know what's going on. But hold on here. Let me make sure, bro. You should be in there. All right, hold on for a second. Well, I'll be honest with you, you're not in. Damn, there's a lot of people that got blocked. Damn, my moderators are really heavy-handed. Wow, I'm looking at it right now. Man, don't let me make y'all mad. Boy, them some heavy-handed moderators I got there, man. But I love them, man. You know. Well, let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, you in there, bro. You good now. You all good, bro. You in there. If it don't show, then you should be all right, bro. Yeah, you all right, bro. 985 Live, you in there. I just check. It might take a little minute for it to update. But you in there, man. You are now added. All right. So I thank the family members, man. Yeah, you on there, bro, but it might not show it right now, but I've seen it on my end, and you are definitely in there now. So don't even worry about that. All right. It'll probably take a little bit for it to update. But anyway, let me get back to the rest of the chat, family, and finish up. Exhaust the chat. Thank you for that 985. I appreciate you, brother. Saskai said that gonna be okay. Then Marcus Williams, bro, got to go. Jamal says that I'm gonna pay attention, Big Q. All right. Chris says if I had Sean Taylor's spirit, teams would fear us a lot. Yeah, man. When that Jamal Adams was out there, man, bam, you don't get guys like that every day. And what was it, a second and a fourth round pick, I think it was, to secure his services? Man, I would have gave up a second and a fourth in no time to land Jamal Adams. Could you imagine Jamal Adams back in the Saints defense? Could you imagine that? Man, that would be so awesome to have him back there. I would love to have him be a second and fourth. But you thinking you're going to find a second round draft pick safety in the draft next year that's better than Jamal Adams is right now? I would have gave that up in the swine in a minute to get Jamal Adams down here, I'm telling you. And if that meant the end of Marcus Williams, that meant then I would have got rid of him eventually anyway. He ain't worth 2 nickels. I mean, he ain't nobody scared of him. He can't tackle. He get ran over. So I mean, man, Iceman, so do you think he said, do you think the Saints fall short that we should reevaluate the coach position if the Saints should fall short? Well, the thing is, there's so many people, bro. Of course, we would think about, we're looking at Peyton. We know Peyton's the problem. A lot of people don't see it like that. A lot of people says the Saints defense in the running game, they're going to put it on the team. But the reason why the team is failing is because of the coach. Just like what's happening with the Jets. The Jets are 0-3 and this team is falling because of the coaching staff. The coaching staff is not, the team is not prepared, and they go into these games and they're making mistakes and they're not happening. With the Saints, this is all on the running game. Now, the reason why Sean Payton gets it so hard is because Sean Payton is the offensive coordinator. And the offense is struggling because he's calling mostly passing plays, and they can't throw the ball right now. So, I mean, I ain't going to say that's not accurate. Let me redraw that. It's the fact that they can throw the ball, but they're not throwing the ball very well. Let's just put it like that. Okay, despite Drew Brees' numbers, they're not throwing the ball well like we are accustomed to them seeing it because the offense is not balanced. The teams are playing you for the pass. They're not scared of you running. So a good, smart coach will run the ball and turn into a running team right now until they start playing us with the run. Then we can go back to the pass, and then we can switch them up if we want to. But he only wants to run out of passing circumstances. Alvin Kamara ain't going to tell him nothing because Kamara got the money, and he getting the bulk of the carries, so Kamara don't give a damn about Latavius Murray. He don't care about Dwayne Washington getting no reps. You think he going to Sean Payton and say, Coach, let's get Dwayne some reps, man. He chilling in the back. You know what I'm saying? Even though he said I miss Dwayne, you don't see him up there front and asking, Coach, could you get the running game involved? He ain't going to ask. He ain't going to say nothing about that because he winning. He winning because he getting most of the runs from the running the gap, and he getting the passing. So he winning. Why would he go and tell Peyton, hey, Peyton, give some of my snaps to Latavius Murray. We need to get him going. He ain't going to tell Sean Payton that. He getting the money, and he getting the reps. So he good. He ain't worrying about no Latavius Murray. That's my boy, though. Nah, he ain't your boy. On the field, maybe off the field, but on the field, it's all about you because you damn sure ain't saying nothing about giving the ball to Latavius Murray. They're not. They're not going to say that. Drew Brees is not going to say that because he wants to get the passing stats. Kamara wants to get the statistics because that helps him get more money and it reaches more statistical indicators in his agreement, so he gets paid. But Latavius Murray sitting there wasting away. There is no, this is a very selfish-minded dynamic if you think about it. But the reality is, if the Saints run the ball with Latavius, which is more so Latavius than it is Alvin Kamara, because he's built for that type of offense. You can run Latavius in there and do some stuff. And the reason why I'm saying stop running Alvin Kamara in there naked like that, because the linebacker's teeing off on him, and he can't take that punishment. Latavius Murray built for the round and ground. So like if you want to really use Kamara on the field, slide him out to the slot as a wide receiver. Decoy him like they used to do Bush. And then use the power game to run on the defense that you got spread out. That's not a hard thing to do, man. Especially when you got offensive line issues with the guards, both guards. You got a rookie guard and a backup guard playing in there. Man, you got to use the running attack. I mean, running attack helps those type of players that's not that great at pass blocking. It is a lot easier to run block than it is to pass block. This is commonsensical. So I would say let's use the running attack more. That's what I'm saying. This will help the team. This will help the offense gain a rhythm because the longest the offense are out on the field, meaning they can methodically move the ball. I have no problem with methodics. Let me tell you that. I have zero problems with methodics. You can move the ball down the field methodically just as long as you're moving the chain. Because if you're moving it methodically, that means you're eating up the clock. That means the clock is steadily marching on at a slow pace, and you're keeping the defense fresh. You're keeping offense on the field, and the longer you keep their defense on the field, the more they're prone to making mistakes. And then every now and again, how about hitting them with the 2-minute warning when you're methodically working the ball? Then just all of a sudden go into the 2-minute offense. You know what I'm saying? Go into the 2-minute offense and just hurry up and start running plays, and don't give them the opportunity to the substitute players who are tired to get on the field. Just go into the no huddle offense and start moving. You know what I'm saying? Sporadically just jump into the 2-minute offense on and off to keep the defenses off guard. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, where is the creativity here? If I can think of this stuff, what you doing sit up there not thinking about it? You know, I'm just saying, if you want to jumpstart the offense, just sporadically jump into the 2-minute offense and start going 3 or 4 straight plays and force them to call a timeout. Force them to burn a timeout. I'm just saying, I'm spitballing, throwing out ideas there so people can understand, man, where I'm coming from with that. You know. All right, let's keep it going. But thanks for the question there, Ice, man. Appreciate you, bro. Tramal says the worst case for Peyton is getting fired. I don't think he gets fired because too many people still think like the old people that believe in giving Sean Payton a 10-year plus cushion to win a Super Bowl. 10 years, think about that, 10 years. The last Super Bowl you had was in 2009. It's 2020, man. That's 11 years since you won a Super Bowl. 3 years you falling out of here and they blame everybody but Peyton. So it's still people a part of that warped, flawed thinking that it's not about Peyton, it's about the people on the field. And as long as you have that, people not going to pull that guy out of there. They're going to make excuses for him. I'm not about that. No, I ain't gonna let you sit up there and make excuses for the head coach. What you think the head coach stand for? Head of the team. So anything on his watch, if the team is failing on his watch, if they're not making the playoffs, it's something that he's doing that is failing the team as a team. It's something that he's doing. He's either getting in the way of the team or he's not putting something where it's supposed to go. Because it's a unique formula that you got to win to have a Super Bowl. You got to have a running game, a good defense. You got to have people, veterans that know what they're doing. You got to have all that. And the Saints got all that personnel. They're the most talented version of the team on paper. But right now it's just 1 and 2. I expect, them to get it together, but I'm still leery of it. The long, like from the short-term effects, I think Sean Payton figures it out to a degree. But for the long-term effect, I have a lot of issues. I'm just going to keep it real. If I felt good about it, I will tell you, I think he'll do it in spurts because he knows he has to. But when it comes down to the meat and potatoes, like meaning the playoffs, will you bring the running attack in there? And hit these people with the running attack, 30-plus carries a game. I have reservations on that. I really do, because they're not scared of the Saints' rushing attack. They're not. They're scared of their passing attack. That's why they're playing off the Saints like they are. But thank you for that, Dice, man. Appreciate you there. And Tramal for the question. Sat Scott says, yep, Q, you're right. Prime did say that. Also, he said, the ball coming to the wide receiver if you pull their gloves up on their hand. Right, right, that's exactly right, bro. I remember him saying that. He said when they pull, because they signed to each other to know, And then another thing is, like, if you covering a guy and you see you got a pin, smart cornerbacks know how to use the sideline as a player. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you watch Deion Sanders will run with him, run right with him. And then he'll fill them out, but he'll also to keep his hand on them. But when they look, he looking back for the ball as well, right? And he knew how to use the sideline like it was a man, because if you can push them out of bounds, and they can't make the catch, you can force them out of bounds and it's being complete. So you can play like you can use the sideline as an extra man. It's like an extra man working for you. So all you really have to do is to locate where the ball is. And if you can turn your head back and find where the ball is, and it's easy because when the cornerback you look the ball coming, And a lot of them ain't get that. I know Ken Crawley still ain't get it because he got it. He would still have a job somewhere else besides here. I promise you that much. But thank you for that, Sad Scott. I remember Deion talk. There was an interview. You could pull that stuff up with Deion talking about that. He was telling all these guys how to be good cornerbacks. Deion don't hide the secrets, bro. He don't. He really don't. 95 said YouTube don't like me. All right. He says, Mark says there's not one that could challenge Sean Payton Q. Right? That's the problem, right? You don't have any accountability if that's the case. If I can't challenge you in there and I know you're screwing up, there's no accountability. That's not going to get better because I'm basically wanting you to fix yourself. And if I'm knowing you don't have the tools to fix yourself, it's going to be a long winter. You know, Chris Rook says, look really close and share with the defense. Mark says, listen, we win these 2 games, 3-2, bye week. I think everybody off the IR list, we good. Yeah, and let's throw running the ball in there too, Mark. Let's throw running the ball in there too, because I like what you're saying there. I just wanted to run the ball more to keep everybody balanced and keep the defense fresh. Tramal says Lattimore should have been looked at the tape. Kevin says Seahawks easily won that trade. No doubt about it, man. He looking good in Seattle's uniform, man. Would have loved to have seen him in the black and gold. 985 Live says the Williams brothers are back there singing Cooling Water. Brian says if the regular team can't start winning games, set some guys down, put practice players in there, and their regular players when they see practice players in the start playing better. Thank you for that, Brian. Appreciate you. Jerry says 37-28 Broncos. Jamal says Marcus won't participate because he's scary. Austin, what up? Abraham Austin, who that, bro? Last say said, damn Q, this whole team is selfish. Bro, I'm just calling it like it is, man. I mean, when the last time y'all listen to as many of these interviews as I do? When the last time you heard Alvin Kamara tell the media or tell the media, yeah, the running game, such and such. Yeah, I asked Coach Payton the other day to give Latavius Murray some more reps because I think we need him to get involved and Dwayne Washington to get involved. You ever heard that? You don't hear that. You don't hear that because I'm telling you, they talk that, but then when they get on the field, it's a whole nother thing. It's all about that money. That's what I'm saying. Who is the talk? But ain't nobody advocating for Latavius Murray, man. And the moment he start talking up, and Sean Payton gonna release him like he did Adrian Peterson. So as long as he sit there and be quiet, he collecting free money, just sitting there, be quiet. Sean Payton went and got a heavy 4.5 yard carrying back and just lets him sit on the bench. And it's nothing wrong with that. You got people that brainwash say ain't nothing wrong with that, Q. He can use him when he want to. He just don't want to use him right now. Oh yeah, he rather not use him and lose than to use him and win. You think that's normal? Kevin says, yeah, I worried to see what Tony Jones could do. Big bruising running back, but he's still on the practice squad. Saints should use for what? What they gonna use him for? They don't even use Dwayne Washington. You know, they ain't gonna use that. Sean Payton said it's too hard to run more than one back. You remember that? Remember he said that? I'll be putting these receipts in here, man. He said it's too hard to run 2 running backs. Remember that? I'm just telling you, man. I don't know, man. Some curious statements he's been saying as of late. Tragic says Peyton disguised as a moderator tonight. Chris Rook said they need to open up the holes in the zone and power game. All right. Chris says if he's supposed to be the head, be sure he got it. He says if he's supposed to be the head, he sure hasn't gotten it got out of his behind. Tess, what up, Tess? Good to see Tess in there. Big ups to you, fam. Good to see you in the chat as well. Big ups, baby. Let's see. Trash says Peyton. Okay, I already said that. Okay, I say what Chris says. Thank you, Chris. All right, let's keep it going. Iceman says Peyton started to rub off on some of these guys. See his attitude in some of these guys. He a bad role model. You're a bad example. Thank you, Demi. Who that, baby? Thank you, baby. Don't worry about the peace out in a minute, Demi. It's a short show we come on. The short show is usually just under 2 hours. Ain't that something, family? That's a short show. Almost 2 hours. All right, let's keep it going. Iceman says Peyton starting to rub off on some of these players. I could see his attitude. Okay, I read that one. He says, it's sad when Sean did to Ingram, taking money out of his pockets. What kind of snake do that? That's a Sean Payton type of snake. Who that? We did get rid of Zigbo. Yes, he is. And is Zigbo playing for Jacksonville right now? Isn't he getting some touches? Once again, thank you, Demi, for your super chat, baby. Thank you, and good night to you. Thank you for your super chat. Okay, let's see here. What else here? Jamal said, okay, let's see. Jordan, who that? He says, son just want to look right all the time. Yeah, he is. And that's the problem, man. That's the problem, man. We got to get that together. But, you know, like I said, family, I'd like to thank y'all for joining today, man. The show tonight, we right at 11 o'clock, and we just about an hour and 50 minutes into it. And I'd like to say I thank all of you for joining the Great Saint Think Tank tonight. And listen, we're going to be back tomorrow, man. I'm going to come back Friday a little earlier, definitely a little earlier. Like I said, we're going to come back a little earlier tomorrow and make sure that we cover some more news dealing with the Saints. I'm going to have the injury report, Friday injury report. We have some more news items. We're going to play some interviews. We're going to do some more breakdown, and I'll open up the phone lines. We're going to do a full breakdown on the Saints tomorrow, the Detroit Lions, excuse me. We're going to break down. Friday is usually our preview, our preview show, Detroit and the Saints in Detroit preview show. We're going to go over their roster. We're going to look at the people that should be dangerous, that we need to keep an eye on, like we've been doing, and talking about these guys like Waller, and then we talked about Scalding, and then the Lazard burnt us last week. So there's always some old no-name sucker that come out of there. That can't, Darren Waller was shut down by the Patriots, but we couldn't handle, we couldn't cover him. But I know for a fact that we'll come back tomorrow in Detroit, man. They're healthy. They're healthy, man. I was looking at the injury report. Those guys are healthy, and they are looking at the Saints really, really hungrily to try to get a win on the Saints. So hopefully the Saints will be able to take care of business, man, against this team. But also let the family members know, I'd like to thank y'all for your support. If you want to help out the platform, you can feel free to go to our merch store. We got several merch links in the description section below. You can go there and pick up some gear. We got over, I don't know, it's so much, hundreds of products available at the Pro Shop, shirts, hats, all kind of stuff, onesies for the babies, all kind of stuff. I mean, literally hundreds of dozens of products are available at the Pro Shop, and it's from our Pro Apparel line. So as you can see, it feels good outside. I ain't gonna lie, it look like the season definitely changing. You might need some long sleeve gear. We got that and all kind of stuff, coffee cups, small phone cover cases, pillows, wall art, towels, all kind of stuff, man. As you can see on the screen, there's so much stuff to even talk about. A lot of stuff. So I can't say it, I just show it. As you can see right there, they got the yoga pants. We got it all, man. Even more than that. And then the crazy part is that advertisement doesn't show the doggy sweaters and the man, it's so much other stuff, man. So much other stuff. And of course, our new line of cancer awareness shirts that dropped last month. The cancer awareness would beat that and heal that. Beat that and heal that. Our new cancer awareness line from the Pro Apparel, available in black, white, and pink. So you can feel free to go to the Pro Shop and find those two really nice gear to support it. Several other shirts coming out, and of course some more gear coming out later on. I won't say next week sometimes, but we'll let you know. But also let you know about Pro Radio, PRO Media Networks Radio. Over 7,000 downloads available have been done. Ring Kings, Boxing World, Tough Tiger Talk, The Sports Coma, and Pelican Post Game Report, which will be coming at you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So we'll have the Sports Coma a little earlier so we can have the Pelican Post Game Report tomorrow at 9 on the Pelican Post Game Report channel. So you can feel free to join us on YouTube. Also, if you like the platform, like I said, we produce, I don't know, man, over 50 shows a month. It's over 50. But anyway, become a member of Patreon. If you like what we're doing, you want to support the stream, feel free to go to patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. Become a Patreon. We got unlocked content there. Once you become a patron, you can be able to watch over 10 shows of the really popular and real show called On Q, Big Q, talking about that real stuff that I talk about. But I hit you with it on there. Go get that work over there. And also TSC Q&A, which comes on every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. There are over 20 shows available on Patreon if you're a member. Or YouTube member, you can pick up and watch those On Q with these, not On Q, but the TSC Q&A live shows, the On Q with Big Q, exclusive content for Patreon champions. So you can feel free to get that information at patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. Big ups to our sponsors as well at lifemask.com. You can go to their site and get a mask. They have all kind of masks, but these are some of the featured masks that they have. Pelican, Saints, LSU masks. Really popular masks because they're a lot different. They come with the adjustable straps for adults or children, and they also have a filter. That's right, a filter that is located behind the nose of the mask. It's a pocket and behind the mask that you can slide the PM 2.5 filter. It lasts 3 months. It's an actual filter, as you can see on the screen, and it slides behind the nose clip or the pocket of the mask, and it filters the air. It's really a pretty good mask there. And you can get one at getlifemask.com and breathe easier and let your pocketbook breathe easier with the product code, the Sports Coma, knock 10% off that thing. So yeah, Tess. That's right, Tess. Well over 50. I'm saying it's more than 50. Way over 50. But that's how dedicated we were. When the family members showed support, you know, I show support. Jordan, who that to you? I see your family. Jordan, good to see you in the chat, brother. Big ups to you. But when the family go in with the support, y'all see me ratcheted the levels up. And we got several of contributors. So big shout outs to the rest of the contributors, DC, Black Suede, Uncle Mozzie, and Eddie Too Mean Johnson for chiming in. Those are the other brothers, the co-hosts on the other shows that we do. And there's links in the description section below for all of those shows if you want to support them as well. So it's a lot of stuff we're doing, and we continue to step up, man. We're going to handle this stuff. And we come at you with passion, man. It's passion on every last one of them shows. I don't know where I get all that passion from, man. Ain't gonna keep it live. Oh, man. Jarvis, who that T says, Q, remember a few years ago when we played Buffalo, we ran the ball all day. I remember, bro, I loved that game. He says, rarely passed the whole game. And Sean, he said, it's in Sean to do it. I just don't know why he's going away from it. Bro, he is getting he getting older. And he getting older and older and set in his ways. And he getting less and less of that passing attack. And remember, we chronicled this on the show where we talked about Tom Benson being the alpha dog in that building. But when Tom Benson passed away, we seen Sean Payton change. And he changed to this coach who don't like to run the ball. No more. He had Ingram and Kamara running it. Now he wants Kamara. He don't want to use the running game that much unless it's out of the passing game. And I often said to myself, you know, that's going to be problematic because teams know that you don't like to run the ball. They know that. They know the Saints. And I would even say the Saints hate running the ball. More importantly, and I said that the last show and it kind of shocked people a little bit, but I'm saying it now to let people know Sean Payton hates running that ball. He hates running that ball. He'll give Latavius Murray the ball 7 to 8 times a game. He won't even 10. You know what, you got a big burly back like Latavius, you got to give him the ball at least 15 times a game for him to build up a head of steam to get a rhythm. These are north-south one-cut runners. That's how it is. It was the same with Mark Ingram. They're rhythm backs. They need carries to gain a rhythm to start flowing. And you won't see him get a rhythm until after he get over 10, 12, 13, 14. Then he'll get in the rhythm. But Sean Payton don't stick to the run like that. And anytime he run, the majority of the times, he's running out of passing place formations. Think about it. He'll run the ball like if it's at that, it's Drew Brees, or pretend like he's going to throw, then he'll reach and hand it off to Kamara. Remember that? So it's always a pass like you're going to throw it, but then it turns into a run. It never starts off, or very rarely does it start off as a run, and then he sticks to that formula. It's always a run out of a pass, a formation that looks like a pass, which is crazy to me because without using it that way, you're getting away from the tight ends and the bullish nature of playing it. And we've turned into a finesse team. We've turned into a finesse team who just want to throw the damn ball around. And we had the statistic up we played early in the show, which showed where Drew Brees was throwing the ball at. Remember I showed you that in the article? And then you look behind the line of scrimmage. He had several throws behind the line of scrimmage. Why? Why you have 7 and 8? It's like 8 throws behind the line of scrimmage. Who throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage that much? I mean, seriously. 2 or 3 plays, I get you. But 8 plays behind the line of scrimmage against a fast defense? Who does that? You know, who does that? I'm saying, who does that? But, I mean, it is what it is. We just have to keep monitoring it. I know eventually he'll run enough to win against Detroit. He won't give us too much. And I remember that game, but that was the last time, that Buffalo game, like several years ago, was the last time that he had a game. That it just goes to show you how long and far in between we had games where we would pound the team. The Saints are not a ground and pound team. They're a finesse team. And teams know that Sean Payton hates to run the football, and they're going to play all for him and challenge his pass. The Saints are turning themselves into a one-dimensional commodity. Subconsciously, Payton is turning the team into a one. They all know we won't throw the ball downfield. They're just going to play off you and give you with the little stuff out front here. That's what the Raiders was doing. That's what the Packers were doing. And you know what? The Detroit Lions is going to do the same thing. They've been watching and studying the last 2 games of how the Raiders did the Saints and how the Packers did the Saints. And they're going to mimic it. The Packers were doing the same stuff. They were mimicking plays what the Raiders did to stymie the Saints. And the Saints went into the game with the same game plan about trying to force the run, and they ended up with the same results, with a loss. So either you're going to adjust or they're going to adjust. And if you don't adjust, you're going to keep mounting up losses, because I guarantee you that the Detroit Lions is going to come into this game using the same scenario that they used against that the Packers and the Raiders used against the Saints, right? And Adrian Peterson is their top bell cow now. Adrian Peterson, and I promise you, that team has 3 really powerful backs that they use. They ain't been using Kerryon Johnson, who I likes a lot, who kind of reminds me of Latavius Murray. But they've been using Adrian Peterson and that boy Swift from Georgia. He's there. Swift is up there, and they've been using Peterson, though. But both of those guys have a similar hit you in the mouth style. Adrian Peterson about running you over. They're gonna try to out physical the Saints at the line. They're gonna try to keep that running attack going. I'm telling you. So the Saints gonna have to do the job to stop Adrian Peterson and that kid Swift. Both of those are tough backs. And then they got to deal with whatever wide receivers, whether it's Marvin Jones or whoever else out there that he gonna throw the ball to, or whatever tight end. Whoever the tight end, you got to spotlight him, because tight end's been shining. You don't think they studied the tape and know that the Saints are sucker for the tight end? I mean, I'm getting into a little of my broadcast for tomorrow, but the reality at the end of the day is that we're gonna go over all these people, man. We're gonna talk about them all tomorrow. And that's the reality. So once again, I'll see you guys tomorrow on TSC on Friday, and we'll crack open the Detroit Lions roster. We'll look at the injury report for the Saints. We'll play interviews from Sean Payton and see if he's talking right. But I'm expecting a similar outcome in terms of the Saints. Am I expecting them to do the same stuff they did in week 2 and 3? Yes. With slight deviations, they're going to try to force Taysom Hill going. Because Sean Payton stubborn, you know the coach. He's going to try to force Taysom Hill going. He's going to still run the Taysom Hill plays. When I said nullify, destroy the tape, like we using the sweeps against fast defense and screen plays. Remember the screen? That's that. And I was saying, listen, there's 2 plays we need to get rid of right now. We need to get rid of the screen, and we need to get rid of the Taysom Hill package until they allow Taysom to actually throw the ball down the field, because you're going to get him hurt. They're going to tee off on him and hurt him, because they know when he comes in the game, he's going to run the ball. And unless you let him throw the ball, then you're going to get him hurt. So let's stop the Taysom Hill Wildcat package. They don't caught up to that. It's no longer a surprise. The screen don't really work for the Saints no more. You can't really run the screen anyway right now anyway, because Nick Easton is not fleet of foot. Easton is not fleet of foot to be able to get out there and make those plays. So I wouldn't recommend the screen. So what else do you have? How about the power eye? What about 3 tight end formation? What about that? That is plays that cater to the run, and Sean Payton hates running the ball. You know, it'd be a wonderful question if somebody asked Sean Payton, hey, do you hate to run? Do you hate running the ball? No, that's not a good question. That's a stupid question. You must be talking to that goddamn guy, Big Q. I'm telling you, he know all his detractors. I'm telling you, he know. Like I told you about Amy, what's her face? She got up there, and she got up there and said what she said, and Sean Payton knew who she was and where she come from. Remember that? He got on her the second time. I'm talking about the second time. And he said, that's not, he said, he cut off, and he said, well, that's not how we, and such and such, man, that's not how we do it down here in the South. And he knew where she come from and everything. And I said, see, he knows. He do his research on his detractors, because he don't want, that's how an egotistical man will do. He'll do his work on the detractors to try to get them in line. Because she knew. She just got here. She ain't been down here. She ain't know how to stay in line like Duncan and the rest of these people. See, them dudes are already in line. They don't get out of line with the coach. Y'all know that, and I know it. They milquetoast as hell. They ask him questions like, that's Grandpa Payton. It's not Coach Payton and them. It's Grandpa Payton. It's Santa Claus Payton. They go sit down at his feet and bow around his knees, look down up at him. Hey, Santa Claus Payton, Grandpa Payton, are you going to tell us a story tonight? Yeah, I'm going to tell you a story tonight. And number 1, don't ask me about my injury list. Don't ask me about my... It ain't Coach Payton, it's Grandpa, it's Papa Payton. That's what it is to all them old coward reporters that don't want to talk the truth, man. I mean, how you get access, you don't ask the man real questions that the people, the people what they want, because they're in the comments telling you, why you asking these dumbass questions? Why y'all not asking about why you're not running the ball, and why he don't turn the offensive play calling over to the real offensive coordinator and let him do it so there'll be some accountability. Why you not asking him about accountability in the building? Why you not asking him about that? None of the real questions, just is Alvin Kamara having fun? Look like he's having fun. And meanwhile, Alvin Kamara out in the media telling he don't give a goddamn what y'all think. I don't care what y'all think, but I want to know if he having fun. Man, the hell with that, man. The hell with that. But anyway, I'm about to fire up a whole nother show. Thank you, Brother Jerry. Thank you, Brock. Good to see you. Adrian, baby. Appreciate you chiming in. Tess, thank you, baby. And Tess said she asks tough questions, Sean. She do, but she's starting to get in line, though. She at first asked, she was acting, I was giving her props because she shined out like a beacon of light. She did. I was like, who this lady is asking these questions? I never heard of her before. And you can listen to her voice and know she ain't from down here. She from up north somewhere. But she was asking the questions, the hard questions, and not even hard questions, but they were a degree or so higher, harder than the milquetoast questions that Duncan and the rest of them ask. Triplet and all the rest of them ask, right? So he got her in line, and notice her line of questioning ain't as tough as it used to be. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See, he made an example. He pulled out and showing the rest of them, and none of them gonna get tough with her. She ain't gonna get tough with him no more. After he called out a couple of times, because I'm starting to notice her degree of question dropping down a bit. Like she was asking questions today. She sounds just like them. She seemed like she been out here for 10 years talking to Peyton. Now, she done fell in line too. But see, that's the thing, man. You would get a lot more people on your side if you was to tell the truth. We know they faking the front over there. You're not asking the real questions. And I don't understand. It ain't like the dude is the mafia boss, or is he? You better not talk about me. We're going to come over there, I tell you. All right, man. Anyway, man, I'm talking, man. But thank y'all, man. I thank y'all for chiming in on this one, man. Yeah, Tess said he been cooking. TJ getting infected with that Q gene, man. Ain't no. I told him, said, listen, bro. Listen, because he a calm dude, man. Y'all know he calm. I said, man, listen, we got to get on this dude here, man. He ain't no longer making it, man. I mean, you can't help but it's gasoline everywhere. You can't help but to be on fire. It's gasoline every damn way. He can't help but to be on fire. But he usually a calm dude, man, and he good people, man. That's my little brother, man. You know, always give him shots out, man. That's my little brother. Much love to him, man. You know, but yeah, he usually calm and reserved. But man, he been cooking. He been getting light up. And I said, listen, man, that passion, baby. Don't uncork that passion, baby, and let it show. Oh, we coming for you, Peyton. We coming. You ain't gonna sit up there, bro. We all riding together, bro. I ain't gonna let you sit up there and get away with it no more, Peyton. You understand me, baby? You ain't gonna sit up there and fool and trick and lie and talk about, oh, is this, that, and the third is the referee. Oh no, none of that no more. Ain't none of that no more. Ain't no more calm commentary coming right now. Did you notice that? Ain't nobody sitting back in their chair being cool and comfortable right now. Because it's gasoline everywhere and everybody on fire. Oh, I'm just saying, man, I love it. I love it. We coming for your ass. All right, thank you. Much love to the family members, man. Thank y'all for tuning in on this installment. I love y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all's support, man. I thank y'all for being here and spending time with me at 11:30 at night. I appreciate all the support you guys have done over the years, not just recent, but over the years. We have family members riding for years, man. You know, so I want to say I thank y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. And we're going to continue to keep busting butt and working hard and getting to the bottom of things and keep producing great content for the family members. Because listen, let me tell you what, y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. So much love to the family members in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Who that to you? And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation? Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the Sports Coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.